Playing the devil with a fiddle.
Oh, the devil and the fiddle, yeah.
And the silver spittoon. What's that song?
The silver spittoon.
Devil went down to Georgia. Oh yeah, the soul to steal. That's right. Stupid. That song's dumb. You know, a lot of those songs that really gripped you when you were a little younger. You listen back to them now. I guess it's fucking stupid. You know, I remember there was a song. My grandpa liked a lot of those talk.
Bet a fiddle of brass against your ass.
There was a whole genre of music, I figure, in like the 30s and 40s where they just talked over music. And my grandpa was real into shit like that. He had this guy who told a whole story about getting his Ford truck stolen and finding it again and fixing it and driving it again. That was a whole, you know, storytelling over music. So odd. Be like an album of them. Devil went down to Georgia. That song doesn't have a Did you ever listen to Hank Williams when you were a kid, Sean? Well, you were an adult when he was out, but...
Whatever. Hank Williams?
Yeah.
I listened to some now. Not really when I was a kid.
I really loved it when I was a kid. There was this one album. But there was this one song that would make me cry, if you ever played. Some song about a Native American fella. It was, there was this thunderstorm going on in the song and it would really scare me and I would cry. That odd. It was an emotional. Did you cry a lot?
I don't think I was a crybaby.
I wasn't a crybaby. I was just scared of several things. You know what I mean? I was scared of a lot of stuff when I was young. I was very afraid of weather. You know?
I always thought that was cool.
Were you afraid of weather? Did you ever get wigged out by weather when you were young?
Not really.
That would wig me hard, dude. Weather would fuck me. It would really freak me out. You know? Thunderstorms, dude, when that fucking wind would get whipping those trees. Man, I had these big ass tall pine trees, man. They're like 100 foot. Well, that's silly. They're really tall, though. You know? And those things get whipping around, dude. It's scary, man. I figure it's wind more than anything. Tornadoes, the idea of a tornado would freak me out when I was young.
Yeah.
Well, you lived in the fucking tornado alley over here, didn't you? You probably got those big ones too that would like rip a town apart.
Yeah.
Just go through a fucking town at 80, take it apart, take every horse with it. Damn. All the tornadoes around here are from hurricanes, so that's pretty much the only time that shit happens. After a hurricane, you get a couple of those fucking shooters. God damn. Imagine living in a place where it was like he almost got in front of, he was in front of about 2,000 right there. You ever got in front of a place where, thank God you're not from, would they have tsunamis and shit in Guam every now and again?
Yeah.
Man, thank God you're not from a place where that shit happens. Tsunamis?
Man, dude, right after I left, there was that big earthquake in Japan. Remember that fucked up shit and
Yeah.
fucked up that nuclear plant?
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't live there anymore. You know that
Fukushima?
island. No, we bombed that place.
No, that was
What's Fukushima?
Fukushima was the
yeah,
power plant, I suppose.
that, like 2011 or something like
Oh
that.
yeah. What did we bomb? Nagasaki, Hiroshima.
Wasn't that due to a tsunami hitting and fucking shit up?
I think it was a yeah.
Or
I think it was an
No,
earthquake.
earthquake.
Yeah, it was an
Chernobyl
earthquake.
and then Fukushima.
Well,
earthquake?
Chernobyl was back in the game.
I don't remember,
right?
but in
84.
like 2011 there was a fucking
Was it 84?
tsunami out there. And fucking right after I left Guam, it came through and like
A tsunami.
it wasn't big at that point, but it was big enough to
right.
come in the harbor and knock all of the fucking submarines off the pier. So they're just floating around in the fucking harbor with like
No shit.
barely any crew on it. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fine.
I would have been like, "Yep, not my fucking problem."
What do you
Fuck
do?
y'all.
Just rope them
Fuck
back?
y'all.
What do you do? Just rope them back in?
Nah, I'm sure some tugs were like hurried
yeah,
out
that's
to
right.
fucking yeah.
Well, but there's been some motherfucking catastrophic tsunamis, dude. I mean, just that shit out, dude. That's water, dude. Water is helpless feeling, dude. Have you ever been in an apartment where a pipe busts? Have you ever been in that, buddy?
Not my apartment, but
I thought I was gonna
guy's
have
gonna leak,
I had a situation where I thought I was gonna have sex with a young lady, and it ended up not being that way. We just watched a film, and then she went to sleep. I slept on the couch. That's fine. She's very nice. She's a very nice person. We went on a date. I met her on Tinder. She's a very nice person. We never talked again. But during this night, I was sleeping on her couch, and it was really cold outside. It got to like 31. It was during the winter, and I heard like I don't know how you would describe it. It was like a thud and a whistle. There was like a dum, and she was in like a studio apartment, so she was right here. Like her couch was right here. There's a half wall, and then her bed's right here. So I could literally go like this and tap the bed. You know what I mean? So I'm sleeping on the couch, and I just hear like a thud and then a whistle. And I just see there's a light socket right here. I could kind of isolate where sound came from. There's a light socket right here. And I just hear the whistle, and then I see water come out of the top left or top right light socket. And then within like 2 seconds, it's just coming out of every one, and then the drywall gets wet around it, and then the water just starts coming out around it. A pipe had busted, and the fucking water was coming out of the light socket. And it was one of those things where like, I went, oh shit, I stood up, I went, oh shit. She woke up immediately as well. She probably wasn't asleep or whatever. Some random dude staying in her apartment. I'm sure she was a bit on tilt. Because I would, you know what I mean? So she was awake, so I just get up. She was awake. She gets up. And it's one of those things where, like, there's water coming in the fucking house. Like, water's coming in. And, like, there's nothing you can do. All we could do was get all of her shit up that we could. So we got it all up. And then, like, you're just like, oh my God, water. That's all you can do. You're just like, there's water coming everywhere. There's nothing. It's helpless. It's a helpless feeling. There's no. It went off in like 10 seconds. Yeah, 15 maybe.
It's crazy.
It was maybe 25, 30 seconds. The water was off. But dude, once we got her shit up, she didn't have a lot of stuff on the ground. Once we got her stuff up, that extra like 15 seconds, you're just running around, just like I don't know, you don't know what to do. It is a helpless feeling. I opened the door to the rest of the apartment, to the fucking hallway to the apartment. I just opened, I was like, well, I got one cushion, I just let the water, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Oh, y'all coming down with me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do, dude? I mean, the water, I mean, it comes in, you know, and that was, by the way, that's a Florida thing. Like, that's just probably just a crack like this, you know what I mean? Like, it probably wasn't a lot. Because in Florida, pipes don't blow. They get little cracks and shit, you know? If that was in, like, fucking Connecticut, like, because pipes burst in those buildings, dude, they burst. Like, they fucking here, totally separated, you know? Like, it's a whole other thing. Like, apartments real deal flood up there. Like, shit comes in from the fucking... Like, the water pressure gets so big, they'll blow out bathroom faucets and shit, and water will just start pouring in. That's fucking... You know, this was like an 8-story apartment building. That's not shit, dude. You get like a fucking 75th floor walk-up pipe busting. Yikes. freeze where you were at in Texas? Would it ever
Hell
freeze?
yeah.
Yeah, it would freeze get really cold.
Yeah. Good enough to like freeze the lake over and we can go out and walk on it.
Well, that's wild.
Falling in that motherfucker. It sucks.
Yeah. How about those lakes like up north where they freeze so much you can fucking take a drill a goddamn hole in it?
I mean, it was thick
License
enough
like
that
this,
it was like maybe 2 inches that I would see that I would walk on, feel safe.
Yeah.
But
2 inches is pretty
it's
thin.
pretty, I mean, it's for. to
You ever
walk
seen
on,
them
it's not
pictures?
bad.
You ever seen them pictures where the animals freeze in the water, fucking around? You ever seen that?
No, but I've seen the ones where the alligators like stick their beaks out so they can live.
Oh yeah, that is fun. Yeah, they do that. What do they do during the winter? They go in the mud, gators? They fuck off when it gets cold. Where do they go? You ever wonder that?
Gators? Just go chill.
Yeah. I know turtles go in the mud. With those leatherbacks and shit, they go in the mud. Chill out. Dude, I would love to see one of those big ass sea turtles, dude. Have you ever seen one?
Like at the zoo.
They have, what zoo do they have those big ones? The big ones? I'm talking about them big motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Where do they have those?
The Ottoman Zoo.
Where's that?
New Orleans.
Really? Dude, I'm gonna go see one of them bitches. Dude, they are so, the real big ones, the big ass leatherbacks and bitches get like crazy big. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they got him in like a reptile.
Really?
Yeah, there's like this huge tube, and he like swims up, like swims over.
Oh man, that would be,
Look it up, man.
buddy, that would, I might go to New Orleans just to do that, dude. Those turtles are awesome.
Who goes to New Orleans to see turtles?
Hey, me. How many people you know like me?
Exactly.
That's exactly right. I'm gonna go to fucking New Orleans to see turtles, and I'm gonna fly home. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna fly home. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Turtles are sick as fuck. I'm a big fan. But I don't like that we have to change our straws because of them. I am not a fan of that. You know, because those fucking straws stink. But whatever.
It's not very turtle friendly, brother.
Well, I understand. But you know. Evolve, dude. Don't get straws up your nose. You know what I mean? Why don't you evolve like us? You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about all these sea animals being better than humans. It's like, why don't you fucking get some freeways down there? Quit putting straws up your nose. Why don't you fucking smarten up, dude? How many turtles got to take L's before they start going, hey, why don't we stay away from these giant fucking
Evolve like Pokemon.
plastic mountains? You know? No, I know. It takes them longer. Their brains are smaller. What are you going to do? You know? What are you going to do? Their brains are smaller, like a walnut size. You ever seen their head? Little bitty head. Even those fucking giant ass leatherback turtles. About the biggest their head gets, about like that. Did you know the platypus brain is allegedly almost like as big as its head, its whole head? Like it has a very big ratio, like a skull to brain size ratio. Because like a lot of animals have a big, like the rhino's got a real tiny shit brain, I think. Like for the size of its head, it's got a real big fucking peanut brain.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Wow.
What's up?
Zoos are sick, man. You know, and I only try to support the ones that do the whole conservation with the fucked up animals so they can't go back in. Try not to do the ones where, like I think the Jacksonville Zoo was one of those ones where they just get them. They just like rip them out in the wild, bring them home, bring them over here. Let's make some money off these fucks. That's why they're like sad and stuff. But those zoos like there's one in Orlando that's like a conservationist zoo, so it'd be like a monkey that got fucking ripped from his parents, and we go get it. You know, I support those because it is sick, dude. Animals, like seeing those little fuckers act up is wild, man. Animals are so cool. You know, I love them. Some of them are kind of fucked up. Like the camels. Fuck camels. horse. My mom always wanted me to ride those shits, man. I was not about it. You ever cry on a horse when you were a kid?
No, but I was.
Buddy, let me tell you, I was not about getting on horses when I was a youngster. I would cry.
California once when I was 5 with my grandparents, and they took us horse riding and shit.
Wouldn't be about that.
These
When I was
like
younger.
mountain trails and stuff.
Nope.
And my horse, like, it's ass on fucking brushes and shit.
Right. Well, I mean that's
And
fine.
it was doing it
got
like
itch.
on cliff sides.
Is that bad?
With
Oh,
me
right.
on the back of it. And I'm like, shit.
They're sure-footed, dude. You know, apparently a mule is like the most sure-footed. Do you ever seen them goats on the mountains? You ever seen them boys? Those fucking...
A mountain goat?
Where they're fucking literally, I mean, on like a little sheer outcrop on a mountain. They're like tippy-toeing on it. Ever seen them boys do that? Those mountain goats? That shit is... That's some athletic shit. You know, when you see that. They get them little tippy toes on there. You know, eagles knock them off. You know that? They do.
That's messed up.
I mean, they eat them. It's their food. They're doing what they do. You know what I mean?
You telling me an eagle goat?
They're big as fuck. You ever seen a golden eagle? They are fucking giant.
You mean like Rescuers Down Under style, like big?
They're real big, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about like that. Yeah.
I saw
They're
them
real big.
fly over me on Baden Powell one day.
That's not a golden eagle.
Bald
on that.
eagle.
Bald
You
eagle.
said
Not
bald
on
eagle.
that. Baden Powell's not golden eagle. They are, but bald eagles are
thought you
big
said
too.
bald eagle.
But bald eagles are way bigger than you'd think as well. But golden eagles are even bigger than that. Like they got fucking 11-foot wingspans, dude. They're big as shit.
All my life I've been told that the bird off of Rescuers Down Under wasn't a real bird.
I mean, why don't you call them up? Because that fucking eagle is big as shit, dude. That eagle's big. And they hit goats. They'll fucking Ray Lewis them bitches. They'll be on the side of
Like
cliffs.
calves, baby cows and whatnot.
No, man, full growns. Knock them right off. They fucking dive bomb.
I meant like cows, like calves. Livestock. Like a
Nah,
cow.
bro.
Like
Goats.
a newborn cow.
Nah, bro. Goats.
No, I hear you. I'm
Yeah.
saying. Why not?
Well, because it's not the territory. They're in the goddamn mountains. They hang up in the mountains. Ain't no cows up there. There might be a yak, but they're not that goddamn strong. You know what I mean? What they do is they get these goats. They get these goats on the cliffs when they're.
I thought yaks were Canadian.
Yeah, we don't have them here, right?
Because I was talking about an Australian bird.
Nah, bro, it's a golden eagle. They're in like the mountaintops of like the North Americas.
Ah.
They're like, and they're like mountain goat. Mountain goats are also up there. And they'll be on the side of mountains. They get their little tippy toes in. Dude, it'll be outcrops like this fucking thick.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you've seen that. Well, those fucking eagles come in hot. They come in dive bombing. And they come in and they hit the shit out of those goats and knock them down the cliff. And then they go down there. And,
I
Yeah,
thought you meant just like full like bang talon snatch off the cliff. Like,
now they can't. Well, they do that too, I'm sure. But I mean, they prefer the fucking. They prefer the Ray Lewis. Or sometimes they'll just flap at them and get them kind of disturbed, and then they'll fall. Because I mean, they'll be on that motherfucker like, you know, the room for air is very small, so sometimes it doesn't take a lot. You know?
So it gets me that goats, like some of them faint if you yell at them, and then others can climb mountains. Like it just seems like a bad combination. Where's the disconnect? How do you like, you know?
Well, they don't. You know. I mean, dude, there are some cows out there that can do some athletic shit, like those cracker cows, like those wild cows. Have you ever seen? No, I'm saying, I made him laugh. I'm saying, like when you go wild, like those animals are a little different. I also think a billy goat is like genetically different than like a domestic goat. I think it's a totally different thing. Yeah, they got bigger hooves and they're and they can like they got the 3 and they can like grab onto shit. They can oscillate them and shit, which is handy when you're fucking.
I've never seen a 3-toed hoof.
It's not 3, but it's like they got like a little, you know what I mean? They got
The 2 in the heel?
yeah, but they can grip shit with
Like
it.
Ninja Turtle?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right, fucking guy. Yeah, that's right. What was the one you hit me with earlier? What was that one? That was a great one, whatever it was. I can't remember.
But you're talking about the axe, and I was like, oh, like Gene Simmons' guitar, like from Kiss.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Really appreciate stuff like that. Here's a great one. I was scrolling YouTube one night, and there was this one where, like, because you know that's cougar territory as well up there, where the eagles and the goats knock around. There's cougars as well. And
The animal, just for clarification.
yeah, the animal cougar. No, not like an older lady.
Up in the mountains.
They tend to stay. You had to be cold for them. But that'd be wild. You imagine that bend in the corner, seeing a milk. No, but these fucking cougars will run after these goats, and they'll hit that cliff, that fucking cliff thing. They'll hop. I saw this video, dude. It was wild. This goat was running. It was like an outcrop where it was a situation where there was like a grassy thing. It was all mountain, whatever. But there was like a grassy thing, and then there was a sheer cliff. Like in Tomb Raider, like you know those ones you'd have to run across to get to the other grass patch? It was like that. There was like a cliff, grass path, cliff, grass path, right? So feasibly you would have to have run across the cliff to get to the other grass path. There's this goat, cooking, dude. I mean, running as fast as a goat can run. And there's a cougar tailing him, you know. And this motherfucker's going too. And you can tell, like, the discrepancy of speed. This motherfucker's gonna catch this goat. You know what I mean? Like, this goat's gonna get got. You know what I mean? Like the closing distance from a cougar to a goat, it's next level. You know what I mean? It's a feline. So this cougar's closing in on this motherfucker. And this goat, with everything this goat's got, dude, you've never seen anything like it. Everything this goat has. He's running, okay? And this cougar's chasing him. And that motherfucker's on his tail, right? And then all of a sudden, with everything this dude has, he comes to that outcrop, and you can see him you can see the equation going on in his eyes, you know what I mean? That motherfucking, that he's about to have to do some shit that not a whole lot of goats have done, you know what I mean? And he starts cooking, dude, and he just jumps. It's like 25 foot. He jumps, hits one of those little fucking inch things, bounces off, and hits like two more clip, and then lands on the other side of the thing. The cougar ran, couldn't get his little paws to stop him in time, fell right off the cliff. That was a wild thing to see. And that motherfucker scampered off, and it was one of those things where there's very few times you see animals act any other than like an animal, like wild animals. They tend to have very few ears emotionally. But that was one of those times where that goat knew what that motherfucker did. He looked back at that cliff, like he kind of cut around, like after it was all said and done, and he looked back at that cliff, and you could tell in his mind that motherfucker, he was like, I've never, like, that's some wild shit I just did. You could tell. He went back and bragged about that shit.
Just pondering.
You know what I mean?
Pondering.
That boy fucking took on it. Dude, he hit that fucking rock outcrop. He hit that thing. Pew, pew. Kind of did a two skip. Pop, pop. Kind of did a double off the two rocks there. Kind of kicked off and went down on that grass. That was wild. You know they say that, go ahead.
We should listen back to all this shit. Like, just giggle our dicks off. Like,
I can't listen to my own voice. It's fucking miserable. I couldn't do it.
no, the music, like,
The fucking zebra, or whatever, cheetah, it's a feline. I was getting into it though.
Dude, you know, you laugh, dude. The cats are not the fucking. They are, dude. say pound for pound, the house cat is the strongest animal like exists. You know what I mean? You ever had one turn on you, a house cat? You ever had a house cat turn on you? Bro, it's no joke, man. Like, you can tell those little fuckers get like, when you feel them tense up real quick, you're like, oh man. You're like, yeah, this thing's strong. You can tell, you know? Get one of those Maine Coons after, this fucker's like 30 pounds. You know what I mean? It's wild. I'd hate to see it. You'd hate to see it. The end result of a Maine Coon attack. God damn, son. You'd hate to see it. That fucker, man. 30-pound a cat. You know? 30-pound a cat. That's how big it'd get. Hanging out with you, petting him, and all of a sudden that fucker turns on you. That's a bobcat. You know what I mean? How big are bobcats?
40, maybe 30.
They're strong though. You can tell, dude. You see one of them little fuckers in action? You see one of those things like jump after a bird? You can tell that thing's strong. Bobcat. You ever seen one? I was pulling honey once by myself in like somewhere in the woods. And I was sitting on the back of the flatbed and I could just kind of, you could tell when something's kind of knocking around behind you. And I looked behind my dude and there was this bobcat sitting down in the grass. And man, they're bigger than you think. They got big paws too. They got mitts on them too. You ever seen a bobcat's paws? They got big mitts on them.
Oh, you want to go eat?
You want to know why? I figure that's because of all the dried leaves.
Dried leaves?
Yeah, the oak leaves, they can squish down.
That's pretty cool. There's your podcast.